I got to talk about this, guys. This is a reference to the accident that happened of Kevin Hart over the weekend. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I was thinking about something here. Now, Kevin Hart did something similar to what I did in terms of celebrating a milestone. Well, actually, technically, I celebrated 2 milestones. He, about a month before he was involved in an accident, about 2 months before, actually, he bought a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Not sure why he went that far back, but I guess he wanted something that was original. I could dig that. He makes the money. He earns the coin. And this I'm not showing hate on it either. I'm really not. I probably would have too. If it was nice enough, I would have bought one like that. But it's not what I wanted. But anyway, I guess he wanted a classic. I did know, and I'm going to get to that about the thing I saw on CNN. I'll talk about that too. But he was trying to celebrate a milestone. He was turning 40. Myself, I purchased me I went and purchased a car recently myself, and it's very similar to the Barracuda. And because I'm turning 55, I'll be 55 in the next month. So, and to me, that is a major milestone. I was telling my son that the other day, because that you only get a chance to celebrate stuff like that once every so often. And to me, a lot of people I know, friends I've known, several friends I've known over years, never made it to 40, or barely made it to 40, or never made it to 45, for the most part. So to me, to celebrate 55 is a milestone. I just did it a little bit earlier. That and the fact that I also bought it because, also in the memory of my father, who actually was an avid car and sports car fan, loved sports cars. That's the majority of the vehicles he owned. So those are 2 reasons. But I thought about something. What's this fool doing? Not the way. Kevin Hart, the night that, at least the published reports, many published reports said that even though he was in the accident, he wasn't driving. Reports were saying that someone from his entourage actually drove the vehicle. And I think they mentioned about a security person who was part of his security team had actually drove the vehicle. And he just rode it. Not sure why, but hey, that's what I heard. But was it a single car accident? My understanding, it was. But you never know what that's about. You really don't. I know one of the church members was joking me about my car. Hey, you better drive a fast car. And I know what he's saying. You gotta be careful when people stop you. And I know what you're saying about that too. But I talked to a guy yesterday at the Labor Day. It was a Labor Day car show that was going on. I didn't find it until yesterday morning. And he had a Viper. Nice guy. White guy. Nice guy. We talked for about 20 minutes. About 15 minutes, rather. And we were talking about the different cars. I told him about what I had just purchased. And he had a Dodge Viper by 99 that he bought. He said he bought it for $2,000. A 1999 Dodge. A 1999 Dodge Viper the guy bought for $2,000. He said he fixed it up a little bit. It wasn't in that great bad shape. For $2,000. The guy practically gave him the car. Gave away the car. But the guy must have had a lot of money. $2,000. And I'm looking at what I paid for mine. I was like, really? Man. Not that I would have wanted a Viper anyway. Viper, that's a major investment. Even if you pay $2,000 for it, the upkeep has to be astronomical. But anyway, but we were talking about, how people, act funny but you about, you're buying this, that. So, and like I told him, I said, look, and I said, at first I was kind of apprehensive about it. And then I thought about how my dad was about cars and stuff, and he was a big avid fan. I mentioned it to him. I said, and this was kind of, in a way, my tribute, because I plan on doing some more modifications. My dad's favorite color was blue, and I put blue around inside the car a little bit. And I'm gonna try, and I put a little bit on the outside of the monogram emblems. Or at least I purchased them that way. So anyway, we were talking, and it's like, I felt at some point, I said, my dad worked his ass off and didn't really get to enjoy life the way he wanted to. And I said, but my tribute to him is that's something I'm going to do. I'm hell-bent on it. I said, this is the reason I bought the car. It's one of the reasons I bought the car. But I always wanted a car like this. And you say, you're right. You say, you only get old once, and so you might as well enjoy it, And that was encouraging to me, because... And my son and I talked for a while, and he also was saying, maybe you should go join a car club. That's what this guy was saying too. Because I said, if I had known about the car show yesterday, I would have registered before then and put my car on display, even though it wasn't top of the line. But nevertheless, it's still what it is. It's a vehicle that everybody likes, But nevertheless, because I saw a guy with the next level version of what I got, but his is a little bit more faster. But it was nice. But it was basically stock. It was a stock vehicle. You just had a little bit more modifications of mine. That's the only difference. And had a little bit bigger engine. That was it. And leather seats. But beyond that was everything I got. Pretty much the same thing. I said, I should have put mine in there. And I could have. But the next ones I hear about before October, I'm gonna try to see if they're local. I know they usually have one not far from my house. They usually have one. They have a car show every year. Yeah, I gotta find about that. But anyway, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna join the car show, and then when I join the car show, I'll go ahead and create a video channel. Matter of fact, I'm on the verge of creating a separate channel away from my regular YouTube channel just for this. As a matter of fact, I might just even post it on Twitter altogether. More and more people are doing videos on Twitter anyway. And I even thought about joining a couple car clubs on Facebook. So it's likely to happen. I'll probably work on it this week sometime, and I'll let you guys know. But nevertheless, because I think that's how I'm gonna start networking, and because you never know. Because you got motorcycle clubs, you got chess clubs, you got stuff like that. And I don't do a whole lot, but but it's like it kind of is in a way like a brotherhood, because I talked to the guy. We both own, I just don't secret. We both own Dodges. I owned another Dodge before I got this one, and it is like a brotherhood. I mean, literally like a brotherhood, because I was talking to this guy, I said, man, and I felt I belonged. I really did. And but. Now, hopefully, Kevin Hart make a speedy recovery, man. But I give him credit where credit due. He lives his best life. And I think he's going to continue to do that. He might slow it down a little bit, but I think he's going to continue to do that. As for me, I'm going to live my best life. I talked about this in another podcast, and I feel that's what we should do. God don't want you being, miserable. God wants you to have your heart filled with joy so you can spread that joy to others. There's no question about that. Yeah, I mean, there's things that I've done in my life that I kind of regret. We've all had regrets on things we've done in our life. But the thing of it is, you can redeem them by doing better. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking to about when I do my community services. When we do services in the community this weekend for a church. I'm going to be going to doing a clothing drive and out feeding the homeless. Those two things I'm going to be doing this weekend, and I'm going to stress to them that you can live your best life. Just you have to approach it in a way where you don't worry about what other people think, because I spent my lifetime, at least a small portion of my lifetime, worrying about what other people think. to a point where I don't even. It's about me doing what I need to do for myself, so I can do for others. You know, you can't help anybody else out unless you help yourself out first. You got, you know, in other words, it has to start with you. Like they always say, it has to start with you. So before I can start with anybody else, I got to start with me first. Then I can move myself out to others. You know, but I got to get it right first, and then I can go from there. But, it's all about service. It's all about being happy, man. You know, you want to have sad days. We've all had them. I've had mine. You know, but you got to find joy somewhere in life. You got to find joy. Joy makes you harmonious within the world. Makes you harmonious within other people. You know, and they see that within you. You have to be able to extend that to them. All right, guys. I'll do more talk about this. This is DJ Wolf, and this is DJ Wolf Live. I am going to be working on pushing out another channel real soon. I'm out.